Africa has the land, the youth, and the will. But can it feed itself and the world? This is the story of food, power, and the future of a continent. What is food security? Food security isn't just about having enough to eat. It's a complex interplay of availability, access, utilization, and stability. In Africa, this concept takes on a paradoxical twist. The continent boasts vast stretches of arable land, yet millions go hungry. It's not just about growing crops. It's about who controls the harvest. Historical roots of insecurity. To understand Africa's food security challenges, we must dig into the soil of history. Colonial powers reshaped the landscape, prioritizing cash crops for export over local food systems. Post-independence, structural adjustment programs further entrenched import dependency. Africa's food systems weren't just disrupted, they were uprooted. But now, a new crop of leaders and innovators are replanting the seeds of self-sufficiency. Women, the backbone of agriculture. At the heart of this agricultural renaissance are women. They make up 49% of the agri-food workforce and a staggering 73% in food processing. Yet they face systemic barriers to land ownership, financial services, and decision-making power. Empowerment initiatives and policy reforms are slowly tilling this uneven ground. When women farm, nations don't just eat, they flourish. Youth and agritech. But it's not just about traditional farming anymore. Africa's youth are bringing silicon to the soil. From Nigeria to Kenya, South Africa to Egypt, agritech startups are sprouting up faster than maize in the rainy season. Drones map fields with precision. Mobile apps deliver real-time agricultural advice. Blockchain ensures crop traceability from seed to sale. These young innovators aren't just farming, they're revolutionizing how Africa feeds itself. Climate-smart farming. As climate change turns fertile fields into dust, Africa's farmers are adapting with ingenuity. Drought-resistant crops push through parched earth. Agroforestry techniques create green oases in arid zones. Regenerative practices breathe life back into depleted soils. In Niger, farmer-managed natural regeneration has greened millions of hectares. Ethiopia's watershed management programs have transformed barren hillsides into productive farmland. Malawi's push for conservation agriculture is boosting yields and resilience. Africa's farmers aren't just weathering the storm, they're learning to dance in the rain. Public-private partnerships. Individual innovation isn't enough. Public-private partnerships are cultivating change on a grand scale. In Nigeria, Nangat Rice has partnered with Niger State to pursue an ambitious 5 million ton rice production goal. Africa Rice is weaving a web of regional cooperation to boost productivity across borders. These initiatives prove that food security needs both visionary leadership and capital investment to take root. Regional trade and AfCFTA. Yet even as production increases, artificial barriers still separate African farmers from African markets. The African Continental Free Trade Area AfCFTA promises to tear down these walls, creating food corridors that stretch from Cairo to Cape Town. Harmonized standards will ensure that a tomato grown in Ghana is as welcome in Kenya as it is at home. The Malabo Declaration set ambitious goals for intra-African agricultural trade, but progress has been uneven. For Africa to truly feed itself, let alone the world, it must first learn to share its own harvest. Nutrition and food sovereignty. Food security isn't just about calories, it's about nourishment. Malnutrition, anemia, and hidden hunger still stalk the continent, even in areas of apparent abundance. The solution lies not in imported processed foods, but in rediscovering Africa's indigenous crops and traditional diets. Millet, sorghum, and cassava aren't just staples, they're superfoods packed with nutrients and cultural significance. Food isn't just fuel for the body, it's the lifeblood of identity. The road to 2050. As we look toward 2050, Africa faces a perfect storm of challenges. Population growth will strain resources. Rapid urbanization will reshape demand. Climate change will redraw the map of arable land. But with challenge comes opportunity. The Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Programme (CADP) and the African Union's Rural Development Strategy offer a roadmap to food sovereignty. Technology adoption will accelerate, turning small farms into smart farms. Africa's future depends not just on what it grows, but on who controls the harvest. Conclusion and reclaiming the harvest. This isn't just a story of survival, it's a tale of renaissance. Africa didn't just endure hunger, it's cultivating abundance. From the terraced hills of Ethiopia to the irrigated fields of Senegal, a new agricultural revolution is taking root. It's powered by the wisdom of elders and the innovation of youth. It's nurtured by women's hands and watered by local knowledge. It's a harvest that belongs to Africa, grown on African soil to feed African people. As we close this chapter, remember, Africa's story is still being written, one seed at a time. Its fields hold not just crops, but hope. Its farmers aren't just feeding families, they're nourishing nations. And its youth aren't just inheriting the land, they're reimagining its potential. Subscribe to African System, because Africa's wisdom still feeds the world. From the bustling markets of Lagos to the quiet farms of Zimbabwe and Equatorial Guinea, a new day is dawning, and it smells like freshly baked injera, tastes like sweet mango, and sounds like the laughter of children with full bellies and big dreams. This is Africa's food security revolution, and you're invited to the table.